Right, I'm back. I've cut out all my pieces and I've cut lots of different layers. Now the red card you see from there is from the Ruby Romance Mix card pack, and it's the beautiful Scarlet Organza, like it's a satin card. It's wonderful. Oh, beautiful colour when it shines in the light. Sorry, I hope I'm not dazzling you too much. And then I've used the classic Ivory Craft Perfect. So what I'm going to do to start with, I'm just going to put a bit of red liner tape down by the crease before I do my creasing. Just, I find it easier that when it's flat, if I put that on. Put that to one side. And then I'm just going to do my creasing. So I'm just going to fold that towards me, so a valley and then a mountain. And I'm just going to give them all a really good crease both ways. So now what I can do is I can actually now take this red liner tape off. There we go. And I've got my die cut now, and it lines up. You can see the portions there and that part there, so you can start lining up the top panel perfectly in place, and then just run along the back. I just like to give it an extra crease on the back, and then I can crease this back again. This will sit forward in your easel, and this part of the die forms part of your stopper when you get all your decoration actually in place, and then it still folds down flat and will sit beautifully in an A6 size envelope, depending on how many layers you put on. If you put oodles of layers on, then it might need to be a lot bigger. So what have I done? Right, what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to layer this up quite substantially. So I've die cut another top, but I've taken away the dragonfly, and what I want to do is I want to stick that on the top there. I'm then going to stick on the top of that, I'm going to put a piece of the cream, and then finally I'm going to add another of the dragonflies. Actually, now I'm going to change my mind. I might do it the red and the cream on top. We'll see. But what I've done with the flowers, I've done exactly the same, but I've cut it a couple of times. Now on this one I've gone round and I've pushed up all the petals. Now you don't have to do it as much as I'm doing here, but I want these up because what I want to try and do is I want to try and weave two of them together. So I'm not going to do any gluing until I've got everything the way I would like it to be. I'm just going to move that there, and then I'm going to do this one here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with the cream, because what I'd like to do is do a red, a cream, and then a final red on top. But we'll see. It might be just one too many layers, but I definitely want to do 2 layers. Alright, so let's pull all these ones up. I think it'd probably be easier if I got my pokey tool, but butterfly wings, butterfly wings. I mean, they're not tricky. There we go. And then I've got this one. So what I'd like to try and do is I'm just going to quickly stand up. So sorry about the noise of the chair, to see if I can show you close to the camera. What I want to try and do is I want to feed these parts of the flowers through the holes you see here, and that then gives me a double layered flower. So I'd line it up, the die cut, and then what I want to do is push through those bits, can see through the gaps. So then when they're stuck down, I've got a double layered die cut, but I've also then got a double set of petals, standing up petals within my die cut. And the same with this one, as you can see here now. I've got a double set, the butterfly has fitted in beautifully underneath, so I've now got a double set of wings. To move this side, and then the same with that side there. So I've got a red layer of cream. Push that through, back that side, and finally this side. So I've created a double layer with my die cuts by just layering one on top of the other and feeding one set of wings or one set of flowers through. Right, and then that is going to sit on top of there. Now I'm not sure yet whether I would put I'm going to put a third layer and make it build it up even more. Probably not. So this layer is going to go on here. This layer is going to go on there so it stands out, and the only place I'm going to glue is the body, and then this bit will sit on top. So I'm going to glue all these together and make the base, and then we'll come back and we'll add all the flowers and other embellishments that I'm going to actually add to my card. So I'll fast forward as I'm gluing everything. Right, that's my basic sticking down done that I want to do it. Now I'm going to embellish the card, but what I wanted to show you is where we've got this straight edge here. If you didn't want to take it any further, this part can sit behind the butterflies and stand up on its own right. It's just I have got to do my creases a little bit stricter. So I'm now going to go and grab the flowers and the other bits that I'd like to embellish with, and we'll carry on finishing the card. Okay, I've cut my sentiment, cut some flowers, a few hearts, got some dream drops ready, so I'm going to start assembling the second part of my card. Okay, that's my card finished, and I'll bring it up a little bit to the camera so you can see. So I cut the first layer away, and then I cut the dragonfly again, and that gives the illusion, I don't know whether you can see, as if you may have embossed with the die into your card, but then I've still got a lovely second layer of wings. I've used two lots of the flowers. One I've cut in the same red and one I've cut in the gold mirror. And then I've layered up my bottom part here. I might have to take my sentiment off because it doesn't look straight to me, but anyways. And I've added some dream drops to the centre of the flowers, and I've die cut some extra little gold hearts to tie in with the gold flower up there. So now the card will stand as if it's going to stand like that. And I hope you can see how quickly and easily you can make a very effective card just using the dies from this beautiful designer kit for October. Watch this space because I have a couple more projects to share with you using this beautiful die collection.